Hi everyone, I am here to discuss Two-Way ANOVA. So Two-Way ANOVA, it is also known as two-factor ANOVA. It is a statistical method used to analyze the effects of two independent categorical variables on a continuous dependent variable. It allows researchers to investigate whether there are interactions between the two factors, as well as the main effects of each factor. So let's apply this one to an example problem. So here or on this problem, you have 30 mathematics students were randomly assigned to one of the three instructors and to one of the two methods of teaching. Achievement test was measured on a 50-item test administered at the end of the term. So the data is provided here in Excel. You can see here you have two teaching methods and you have the three teachers. So we will be using two-way ANOVA here because we have two independent variables. That is the teaching method. Teaching method having two categories, and the second independent variable is the teacher. So here we have three teachers, teacher A, teacher B, and teacher C. Our continuous dependent variable is the performance of the students. The performance of the students on that achievement test that was administered. So the first two, teaching method and teacher, those are the independent variables, and the performance, that is the continuous dependent variable. So to use two-way ANOVA, we can do it using JAST and Jamovi. So let's first have using JAST. So let's just have this data copied on JAST. So let me share to you the application for JAST. So here, this is JAST. I have here the data, the teaching method. Again, I have two teaching methods, and you have the three teachers, and of course, the students of the performance of the students on the achievement test. So on this data, you just need to make sure that your two independent variables are properly labeled. So either it's ordinal or nominal, and the continuous dependent variable must be continuous, or you can have it as scale. So you have this one here. It must be this like a ruler. So for two-way ANOVA, just click ANOVA here. Then ANOVA. Then just move your variables. Our dependent variable is a performance. So you click performance and move it to this dependent variable. And we have the independent variables, the teaching method and teacher. We move it on our fixed factors. So we have here the dependent variable and the two independent variable. So on this side of JAST, you can see the results. So based on the results, you can see here that as to the teaching method, there is no significant difference. While for the teacher, it's significant. So there's a significant difference with respect to teacher. And as to the interaction between the teaching method and teacher, there's actually an interaction. So it is significant. So there is an interaction between teaching method and the teacher. So here, to properly or to further interpret the result, we can check the descriptives. So on this side of JAST, you click descriptives. So you can see the mean. You have the two teaching method. You have the three teachers. You have the mean, standard deviation, and the other factors. So you can use these descriptives to discuss the results. And you can also perform post hoc test. So just click post hoc test here and just transfer your variables. So here on the post hoc test, you can check the significant difference or the relationship between your variables. So this one is for the teaching method. This one is for the teacher. So as to the teaching method, again, there's no significant difference. As to the teacher or the teacher factor, there's actually a significant difference. And as to the interaction, the teaching method and the teacher, so you can see, or you can also see significant difference between the variables. So when you say that there is an interaction on a two-way ANOVA, it means that with respect to our example, the teaching method teacher and its effect on the performance of the students, since there's an interaction, then it means that the teaching method or the effect of the teaching method on the performance of the students depends on the teacher. Or when you say the teacher factor or the effect of the teacher factor on the performance of the students, it depends on the teaching method. So there is an interaction between the independent variables. So there is an effect, or we need to consider the two factors in looking at the significant difference on the performance of the students. So we can also do or perform two-way ANOVA using Jamovi. So it's kind of similar to JAST. So let me open or share to you Jamovi. So for Jamovi, again, just copy your data or copy the given data on Jamovi. So similar with JAST, just make sure that your variables are properly labeled. So the independent variables must be either nominal or ordinal. And your continuous dependent variable, it must be continuous or scale. So I have the data here, then just click ANOVA. Then this one, we are using two-way ANOVA, so we need to use this one or click this one. Then move your variables. Again, our dependent variable is the performance. So we need to place performance here and the rest of the factors on the fixed ones. So you have the result here on this side of Jamovi. So again, there is a significant difference with respect to the teacher and also on there is an interaction. So this is significant. So again, there is an interaction between the teacher and the teaching method. So you can also have, or you can also perform post hoc tests here. So just the same with just move your variables. So here, you have the significant difference with respect to teacher. No significant difference with respect to the teaching method. There is an interaction between the teacher and the teaching method. So you can actually see significant relationships here. So the interpretation is the same. The teacher, the effect or the difference of the teacher with respect to the performance of the students depends on the teaching method. Or you can say that the effect of the teaching method on the performance of the students depends on the teacher. So that's all for two-way ANOVA. Thank you.